Hey y'all, hello, 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 good evening, good evening. So, I had a meeting with a gentleman today, and this is a guy that I've known forever, and he lives up the street. We've both moved away, but we both still have those houses. And I was talking to him, and naturally, whenever I talk to anybody, it's a very short trip until we're talking about real estate and how much the person still owes on their house and what their monthly mortgage payment is. And like, just so we're clear, if y'all come up to talk to me, I'm going to get all up in your real estate business really quickly because I don't do small talk. I forgot how to do it. I want to talk about the real estate and the real estate and the real estate. And if you don't have anything to talk about with real estate, we'll just stand there in silence. Okay? So that's kind of what happened today. We're talking about the real estate, and he said, tell me what, what should I do if I was going to try to sell my house? Should I put a for sale by owner sign in the front yard? Or should I let an agent list it? And how much do I need to decide that I need to tell the agent I need to get? And how much is the house going to be worth? And what's the whole plan on how I do the contracts if I do for sale by owner? And what if I got this much of a payoff? Then how do I factor that in? And I was just like, whoa, dude. Do you want me to buy the house? Because I can save you from all of these questions. I was like, seriously, like, this is kind of stressing me out just talking to you about how you're going to get rid of this house. You know I buy houses, right? He was like, oh, I didn't think about that. Yeah, you could buy it, couldn't you? Yes, sir. I could buy your house. I'll make you an offer on it right now. So then we went into talking about what kind of offer would I make and when has he made the last updates. And I just very spur of the moment started going through my seller lead sheet and asking all the questions and finding out everything that I needed to know so that I can make a good, solid offer, or so that I can make 3 good, solid offers. So I have to tell you that this guy decided he did not like my cash offer, and he is not in a financial position to take either one of my lease option offers. So that was 1 rejection, 2 rejections, 3 rejections. And then he kind of said, would you want to list it? No, I do not want to list the house. No, in fact, I'm retiring my license. I am not dealing with paying $1,500 or $1,800 or however much it is I pay every year to have a license just so that I can say I have a license. I don't like it that much, and I don't use it. Agents drive me crazy. And I was talking about this earlier. The best real estate agents I know are investors, because the real estate agents that also invest, they get it. They get the full process. And the real estate agents who also invest, they understand that there's more to real estate than helping first-time home buyers. The agents I know who help investors, they get it for real, because they get that investors' livelihood depends on buying and selling houses. Investors want to buy a house or sell a house every month, not just every once in 10 or 15 years. So, as my friend was asking me about whether he should sell his house by himself or whether he should get an agent, I told him, I was like, I am not the right person to ask about this, because 90% of the listings sold, at least in Knoxville, Tennessee, are sold by 10% of the agents. 10% of the agents around here sell 90% of the houses. There's over 3,600 real estate agents in the greater Knox County area, and that doesn't even include the surrounding counties. That's just Knox County. And there's like 3,800 houses listed. So for every licensed agent, they could all have like 1 1/8 house listed. But instead, there's probably 360 agents with between, I mean, how does that math work? 10 to 15 houses each. Most agents are new agents. Most agents are living closing to closing. So yeah, I told my buddy, I was like, you could totally sell it yourself, but an investor is going to give you a mathematical formula. He's not going to pay you. An investor is not going to pay you for your memories. An investor is not going to pay you for new paint on the walls. An investor is not going to pay you for that stuff. If you're looking for absolute tip-top dollar, I'm not your buyer. An investor is not your buyer. Your best bet is to find a first-time home buyer. And you can do that by yourself. You don't have to have an agent do that. You own this house, you can sell it by yourself. But if you want bids to come in and you want a bidding war, maybe you should auction it. Or if you want bids to come in, you want somebody to pay over list price, you're pretty much going to have to list it. And you have to pay the agent. And that's what agents are good at. There's lots of agents that just work with investors. There's lots of agents that just work with first-time home buyers. There's lots of agents that just work with the military. They specialize in stuff. So the thing that gets on my nerves about agents is a large portion of them don't understand anything except putting a house on the MLS, waiting on another agent to bring a buyer through, and then going to closing. They don't understand the other ways that we can get deals done. They don't understand the creative financing. They don't understand, a lot of agents don't understand the work that goes into actually getting these houses to sell. A lot of agents haven't listed enough houses to have a system, to have a process. A lot of agents are dependent on their spouse's income because they just kind of part-time agent. So I told my buddy to sell it himself because I was not going to be a buyer for him. Or let one of the top 10 agents sell it. There's a reason they're in the top 10%. There's a reason they've got the radio commercials. There's a reason you see their name all over town. It's because they're good. They've got a system. They've got a process. They can get top dollar. They probably have a list of people that they're ready to work with. But it's going to be really hard to find an agent who can bring investors and first-time home buyers into your house unless you get the price right. I'm trying to sell a house right now. And ding dong me, I didn't have the stupid thing on Zillow. I just had it on Craigslist and a sign in the yard, and I've been a little scattered. But I realized today that I did not have this silly thing on Zillow, and so I put it up on Zillow, and I've had 5 people go look at it today. That thing is not on the MLS, and it will sell. But I'm in the practice of buying and selling houses. I fill out contracts. I have closing attorneys and title companies and all those people ready to help me close a deal. Unless you are ready to become an investor and ready to buy and sell houses and ready to get your whole team in place so that you can write contracts and close deals in 30 days or less, unless you're ready to take on all of that, really the easiest, the fastest, probably the best, the less headache for you way to get rid of a house might be to list it. Especially if you want top dollar, especially if you want a bidding war, especially if you want, somebody that's invested in your part of town and somebody that's going to appreciate your part of town. You're asking for a lot from somebody. You can find all of that. But you have to think about, is it more important for you to find the right buyer or for you to get rid of that house? I'm trying to buy a house in Florida right now, and I think they're trying to find somebody that they love to buy that house. They're looking, I don't know what they're looking for, but their main focus needs to be on getting rid of the house. When you can find sellers where their main focus is getting rid of the house and not finding this ideal, perfect buyer, now you're cooking. When you can find sellers who are more interested in getting rid of the house than telling you all about the house, that's when you really, really start signing contracts and doing deals. Because that's the most important thing. When you're selling that house, you need to have the price right. When you get the price right, the right buyers show up, the right investors show up, the right contracts get signed, the right closing date gets picked. Honest to goodness, if you're not ready to become an investor and learn the ins and outs of the contracts and learn the ins and outs of the marketing, and you're not willing to put all of your time and energy into that, let an agent have it and sell it and get rid of it for you. Or know in your heart that you're willing to take less money so that you can give it to an investor. There's lots of people in this world who will take 50 cents on the dollar for their house just to get rid of it. They're tired of fooling with it. They're tired of paying the taxes on it. They're tired of paying the insurance on it. They're tired of paying to have the grass cut. They just want to get rid of it. And when you find those people who are more concerned with getting rid of their house than what you're going to do with their house, that's the magic. That's what I help people do in First Deal Done Fast. I manage all of my own rentals. I do not manage my apartments. I take that back. I manage all my houses myself. But when you're out there and you're making offers on houses, I teach people in First Deal Done Fast to make 3 offers on every single property. And maybe the seller doesn't like your cash offer. Maybe they do like one of your lease option offers or one of your owner financing offers. But maybe they're just not in a position to take payments for 10 or 15 years. And then they will go back and take your 50 cents on the dollar offer. If that's what it is. If that's what the house is really worth. If that fits their goal of getting rid of the house, then you can buy houses all day, every day. But when you're talking to people who are trying to make up their mind about how they can get the most money and how they can, have some say-so in taking the house on. Like, I talked to a seller one time years ago, and he tried to write into the contract, like, what I could do with the house after I bought it. No. No, I'm gonna do what I need to do with this house to make some money on it, because I'm in real estate to make money, honey. If you want to control what happens in this property, you can let your daughter move into it, which is what he ended up doing. I'm here to figure out how I can buy this house, help you get rid of this house, and I can make money. I will help you. I will give you as much as I can for this house. Looks like I got peacock feathers right now. But my ultimate goal, and don't be confused, is to buy this house so I can make money. And I'm not telling you what color I can paint it. This guy had pink walls. I don't know why he thought he should be able to tell anybody what to paint, but it's fine. I like buying pink bathrooms, by the way. I've made quite a bit of money buying pink bathrooms and turning them into nice, beige, regular looking bathrooms. So, should you go FSBO, or should you go with an agent? Or should you go with an investor? That is the $1,000,000 question. And it totally depends on how much effort you want to put into getting this money. It depends on how much effort you want to put into knowing what's exactly going on, how much effort you want to put into writing the contracts and showing up for all the, people who want to come and check it out, and all the nosy neighbors, and answering all the questions online. And if you want to do all that, then go FSBO. If you want to be an investor and you want to figure out how to do all that and put it on a system and a process so that you don't have to think through it, so that you can just do it and make $10,000 or $20,000 or $30,000 without having any money invested, that's what I teach in First Deal Done Fast. But if you have a house and it's in a good neighborhood and there's nothing really wrong with it, and you know that a first-time home buyer or a pre-approved, pre-qualified buyer would love this house and could move into it, whether they were first-time home buyer or whether this is their 10th house, your best bet may be with an agent. But if you're in a position where you got to get rid of this thing fast, you're tired of it, you don't want to deal with it anymore, you don't want to have to deal with anything that goes on with this house, and you're just totally done, that's when you need me. That's when you need an investor. That's when you need a wholesaler to come through. That's when you need somebody who works on the outskirts of real estate, like I do. I don't do the regular, pretty, fluffy Joanna part of real estate. And I'm a little bit of a humdinger. My brain doesn't function the way most real estate people's brains work. I'm looking at this as an investor from the very beginning. I wasn't a good agent. That's why I'm getting rid of my license. I'm good at closing quickly. I'm good at making offers. I'm good at negotiating. I'm good at finding sellers. I'm good at off-market properties. I'm good at a lot of different things. But listing houses and helping people get top dollar for their house, my brain just doesn't compute that. That's what the other agents are for. The other 3,500, 999 agents. Nah, there's probably 10 weird agents in Knoxville. But anyway, if you're trying to decide for sale by owner, with an agent, or give it to an investor, it all depends on you. It depends on how much time, energy, effort, and money you want to get out of this thing. And I'd love to help you, but the only way I can help you is to buy it. And my offer may not be the best offer that you could get. But if you do have a house that you want to get rid of quickly, Whitney buys houses. I'm filing the paperwork to get rid of my real estate license so that nobody can ask me to list their house ever again. And I can just buy houses. I can pay off houses and buy other houses. I can set up owner financing deals. And I can help women buy houses without banks and without a license and without having to put any money down, without having to flip. That's the stuff that I love. That's what makes me excited about real estate. I love it. If you're interested in getting started in real estate, go to firstdealdonefast.com, and I would love to help you get your first deal done. I'll explain to you how the contracts work. I'll explain to you the marketing. I'll explain the negotiations behind talking to sellers and how to talk to a seller who thinks they want top dollar, but how sometimes when you wait them out and you keep making low offers based on facts and formulas, sometimes they'll come around and take it. I have a lady right now in First Deal Done Fast. She posted before I hopped in here that she's been working on a wholesale deal for right at 2 months, and she's got somebody ready now to buy the house, but they've made 2 offers to her depending on who's going to handle closings. See, when you sell your house for sale by owner and you're not used to all the negotiations and you're not used to all the things that could come up, you could get to where you're actually losing money. And that's when an agent does help you out. Or that's when an investor does help you out, because a lot of times, like when I buy houses, I pay for all the closing costs. Because it's an expense. And it keeps things nice and neat and organized, and I don't have to worry about it. Don't have to worry about it. But I teach all that in First Deal Done Fast. So if you're interested, even if you are doing real estate deals right now, even if you just want to get your first deal done fast with me, that's totally cool. I'm more than happy to help people that are established in real estate get some deals done on a more creative kind of way. I also help people that literally don't know anything about getting their first deal done. I help them go from nothing to $70,000 in 7 months. You got to put in the work. You got to put in the time. You got to put in the effort. And I'll be there to bounce ideas off of. I'll be there to guide you. I'll be there to help you put a plan into place. I'll be there to help you, whatever it is you're trying to do. I'm here to help you. But I can't help you unless you get started. Unless you make a decision and you are committed to getting these deals done, to earning $10,000 or more every month, to using, your 401k or your IRA, or a lot of people have equity in their homes that they could be using to do real estate deals and they just don't know how. I can help you do all of that. And it can be fun. You can have some fun. It can still be, flirty and lighthearted, and you can laugh and you can enjoy life. It doesn't have to be this drawn out, boring, monotonous crap. that I see the guys talking about when they talk about their real estate deals. Like, you can have fun. You can be feminine. You can be a great negotiator. You can make solid deals. You can turn sellers down if the deal isn't good for you and what your criteria is all about. You can do these deals. Somebody also sent me a message that she's got 2 houses free and clear, and she's just wondering how she can start to do lease options on them because she doesn't want to deal with regular rentals and regular renters anymore. Honey, I got you. You have houses already that you're renting. You've already done the hard part, turning those things into $100,000 cash flow. That's the easy part. Finding people that want to do lease options to buy these houses from you, so easy. And that is a lot of times what gives you the momentum to go out there and buy more houses, because then you already know there's people waiting on you to get more houses so that they can buy them and move in and love these houses. Like, seriously, if you are a landlord, if you're already in real estate, you're already doing the hard part of it. Let me help you just make more money with it. That's the good stuff. So, I can't tell everybody what to do. I can't tell you if you should go FSBO or if you should list it with an agent or if you should let an investor have it. I'll see if I can come up with kind of a checklist for sellers. I do have a checklist in First Deal Done Fast on how when you're going through the seller lead sheet, you can kind of gauge whether this seller is good and motivated or whether they're still attached to the house. And I want you to find sellers that say, where do I sign? Here's the keys. Those are magical sellers. So if you have any questions, I'm more than happy to help you. We do have some spots in group coaching open and available, and I'd love to help you get started, whether you do First Deal Done Fast or First Deal Done Fast Plus or First Deal Done Fast Mastermind. Like, whatever it is you want me to help you with, however much time you want from me. And I even had a lady ask if I'd come spend the weekend with her. Yes, I will. Let's get these deals done, y'all. Let's go buy some houses. Let's make some money. Spring has sprung. April's almost over. May, June, July, those are hot selling months. It's time for you to get started. It's time for you, if you're waiting, it's time for you to get that house out there on the market. But if you're waiting to get started, you better get started like with the quickness so that you don't get left behind this summer. All right, y'all let me know if you have any questions. I'm more than happy to help all of you. And if I can buy your house, I will love to. Let me know. I'll make you some offers. Otherwise, if you want to know how you can start buying houses, go to firstdealdonefast.com. Firstdealdonefast.com. Bye, y'all. Have a great night.